In the previous video, I gave you some examples on indices. Now it's your turn to have a go, and you're going to need some of these here, okay, to do these. So anyway, let's give you the first one. Try to work out what this is. Try and express it as one number over here. Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, this one here. The minute you see a power of a fraction, think of roots. So it would be root something. Well, it's normally root this. So it would be this 2. Well, 2. It means the square root if it's a 2. Okay, if it's 2, we don't bother writing the number. If you have the cube root, then you do need the 3. But because it's square root is so common, we just leave the square the 2 out. Really, it should be there, but because it's so common, we just write it as this. So the square root of 16 is 4. So this thing here is actually 4. Okay. So next one here. Try to work this one out here. This one here, I'll give you a clue. You will need this important one. This one here. And then you've got to combine it. Well, you got to combine these two. Okay. So combine those two to work out this. So press pause and have a go. Okay. So let's visualize this as 64 and then to the power of a half, and then to the power of 3. Because if we write it like this, ultimately we're going to get this times this. That would be 3 over 2, which is the same as this here. You could, by the way, visualize it as this: 64 to the power of 3, and then well, this means square root, and then square root the whole thing. But from experience, this method here is better. Okay, so just visualize it like this for the time being, and then well, this what's inside the brackets here, we could visualize it as this: square root 64, because that's what to the power of a half means. Okay, and then this is to the power of 3. Well, we're not doing anything with the 3, we're just taking it down. Now, square root of 64 is 8, because 8 times 8 is 64, and we could put the brackets in here if we want, and then it's a matter of working out 8 times 8 times 8. Well, this here is 64, so I'm going to think of it as 64 times 8. So that would be 32. So write the 2, carry the 3. This one here 48. So that's 51. So the answer is 512. Okay, so this would be your answer to this here. Okay, so next one here. So press pause and have a go. I will give you a clue on this one here. This one here, you will need well, whenever you see a minus to the power of minus, you're probably going to have to visualize something like this. And then it was a minus combined with a power of a fraction here. So you're going to need this and this. Okay. So hang on. Well, yeah, was it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one. Okay. So 9 to the power of minus a half. So think about it. Whenever you see a minus, power of a minus, then think of 1 over something. Okay. Well, anyway, press pause and have a go. Okay. The minute you see a minus something, let's visualize as this: 1 over 9 to the power of a half. Okay. So the minus sign goes, so it becomes this. Okay. Now try to evaluate this bit here. Well, that is just a square root. Power of a half is, well, when you have a power of a fraction, then think of roots. So in this case, it would be root. Well, it could be a 2 here, but it's going to be square root of 9. So this would be what's the square root of 9? 9 times, well, 3 times 3 is 9. So this whole thing here is actually a 3. So the overall answer is a third. Okay, because this square root of 9 is 3, and this one here, well, we're just carrying it down. So the overall answer is a third. Okay, next one here. So this one here, 25 to the power of 8 over 2. So press pause and have a go. So here, yeah, when you have a power of a fraction, maybe you can break it up like this. Think of it as 25 to the power of a half, and then times 8. Okay, because this times this would be 8 over 2. Okay, so now you can well, what's inside the brackets here is really a square root of 25. What's the square root of 25? It's 5. So 5, and then don't forget we still got to power it to the 8. Okay, so this means 5 times 5, 5 times 5 times 5 times, well, 8 times. Okay, what's that? 2, 4, 6 times 5 times 5. So merge these two, that would be 25 times 25 times 25 times, well, anyway, punch into your calculator this, 5 to the power of 8. 5 to the power of 8. You might have to seek some help from other people here. There's a button on your calculator. If you just punch in 5, and it does depend on your calculator, punch in 5, and there should be a button that looks something like this, x to the power of y. Okay, and then you press 8. Okay, so it would be 5, and then this button here, and then this button here, and then press equal. But again, it depends on your calculator. So when you get to this stage here, it basically means 5 to the power of 8. Okay, so another way of doing this is, well, look at this here. 8 divided by 2, you could visualize as this, 25 to the power of 4, because 8 divided by 2 is 4. So you can't just punch into the calculator 25 to the power of 4. Okay, just like when we had that thing earlier, 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, 8 times. Well, remember we merged this to 25. We merge this to 25, we merge these two to 25, and then the last two, well, basically, can you see this thing here is actually 25 times 25 times 25, 4 times. Can you see that? So it's really, it's up to you how you want to visualize this. You could visualize it as 25 and then power of a half, and then square, well, and then power to 8. Or you could visualize it as 25 to the power of 8, and then square root, because here you're going to get this times this anyway. Here you're going to get this times this anyway. Okay. Or another way of visualizing it is 25. Well, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So you could just visualize it like this. Okay. So, well, anyway, it's up to you. Okay. This one here. So here, how would you write this as x to the power of what here? You've got to find out what's inside this square here. Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, so you know if you have something like this, if you have something like x to the power of, say, a minus a 6, then you would immediately think of this. Well, here you're going the other way around. The minute you see well, not the minute you see it, but if you see 1 over x to the power of 6, you can imagine it as minus a 6. So this whole thing here, it actually equals x to the minus a 6. So sometimes you do need to go the other way. Normally I'd say to you, if you ever see a minus, x to the minus a number, then immediately jump to this. But now I'm saying you're seeing this, you should be able to go backwards and jump to this. Okay. Well, anyway, this one here. Normally, if I say, oh, x to the power of, let's say, a third, then you could, power of a fraction, you could jump. Well, anyway, I'm asking you to start here now and go backwards. Okay, so it's up to you. Find out what goes inside the square this square there. Press pause and have a go. So this here is actually x to the power of 1 over 7. Because whenever you see x to the power of a fraction, then immediately, well, sometimes you can jump to this. Okay, so this here is the same as this. Well, this is exactly the same as this. Okay, last one here. Well, here you've got a combination of things. So press pause and have a go. Work out what's inside the square bracket. What's inside the square. Press pause and have a go. So here, let's imagine this as being stuck in a bubble here. So I've got that bubble there, which happens to have to be x to the power 3 in there. Now to the fifth root, well, I can imagine that as this, to the power of a fifth. Okay, so now I can just rewrite it as this. Okay, so now when you have a power within a, well, you got power here, and then you've got to power it again. So it's just a matter of getting this times this. So this will be 3 over 5. Okay, so this thing here is the same as this. Okay.